Do you want to master every conversation you have? Imagine walking into any room and striking up a memorable dialogue with anyone you meet. It's more than just words. It's about understanding, connection, and charisma. Strong communication skills open doors in every aspect of life, from personal relationships to professional advancement. They can transform you from a wallflower to a social butterfly, from a listener to a storyteller. So, are you ready to take the plunge? Get ready to become a conversation master. What makes a person charming or charismatic? It's a question we often ponder, isn't it? Let's unpack this a bit. At the heart of charisma, we find three potent elements: confidence, empathy, and active listening. Confidence is the assurance one radiates when they are comfortable in their own skin. It's the ability to stand tall, speak clearly, and hold one's ground. Empathy, on the other hand, is the capacity to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a magnetic pull that draws people in, makes them feel seen, heard, and valued. Then we have active listening. It's more than just hearing what someone says. It's about being fully present in the conversation, showing genuine interest, and responding thoughtfully. These traits aren't exclusive to a chosen few. They can be developed, honed, and applied in our everyday conversations. So remember, charisma isn't an innate trait, but a skill you can cultivate. Conversations are not just about talking, they're about connecting. Now that's a phrase worth remembering. When we converse, we're not merely exchanging words, we're weaving a tapestry of shared understanding. So how do we achieve this connection? It's a three-step dance, really. The first step is empathy. By putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, we can better understand their perspective, which in turn enriches our conversation. The second step is active listening. When we listen, truly listen, we move beyond hearing just words to grasping the underlying emotions and ideas. This fosters deeper understanding and connection. Finally, the third step is asking insightful questions. A well-placed question can illuminate hidden corners of a conversation, inviting the other person to share more of their thoughts and feelings. So let's transform our conversations. Let's connect, understand, and grow together. Remember, it's not a competition, but a connection. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Be interested, not interesting"? Well, it carries a profound truth. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to be the most interesting person in the room. But the real key to engaging conversation lies in being genuinely interested in the person you're conversing with. Let's break it down. When you show genuine interest, you create a space for the other person to open up, share their experiences, and their worldview. This leads to deeper, more meaningful conversations. But how do you show interest? One way is by asking open-ended questions. These are the kind of questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. They invite the other person to share more about themselves. Another way is by actively listening. This means not just hearing the words, but also understanding the emotions and thoughts behind them. Remember, the world is full of interesting people. Being interested makes you interesting. Ever run out of things to say? Let's introduce you to conversational threading. Imagine weaving a tapestry where each thread represents a different topic of conversation. This is the essence of conversational threading. It's about picking up on details mentioned by the other person and using them to direct the conversation. It's about weaving those threads into a rich, engaging dialogue. Let's say your friend mentions their recent trip to Rome. You could choose any aspect, the Colosseum, the food, the language, and weave it into a new conversational thread. "Oh, you visited the Colosseum? I've always wondered about the architecture. How did it strike you?" And just like that, the conversation takes a new turn. But remember, conversational threading is not just about steering the conversation, it's also about active listening. You need to genuinely pay attention to what the other person is saying. It's not about waiting for your turn to speak, but about building on what's already been said. It's about showing interest and creating a two-way dialogue. And here's a pro tip. Always leave room for the other person to start a new thread. Ask open-ended questions. This not only keeps the conversation balanced, but it also shows that you value their input. With conversational threading, you can keep any conversation flowing smoothly. Confidence is key, but how do you show it in conversations? Well, let's delve into that. Self-assurance is not just about feeling confident, it's about displaying it. It's about showing others that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you're in control, and that you're someone they want to engage with. Now, how do we do this? First off, speaking clearly is essential. It's not about the volume, but the clarity. Your words need to flow with ease and precision, like a beautifully composed melody. You see, when you speak clearly, it shows that you're sure of what you're saying. It shows that you've taken the time to think about it and that you believe in your words. Next, maintaining eye contact. Now, this doesn't mean staring down your conversation partner like a predator to its prey. No, it's about showing that you're present, that you're engaged, and that you're interested in what they have to say. Remember, eyes are the windows to the soul, and people are more likely to trust and respect you if you show them that you're genuinely interested in their souls. Then there's positive body language. This could be anything from standing tall to using open gestures. It's about showing that you're open to the conversation and that you're not afraid to take up space. It's about showing that you're not just physically there, but that you're emotionally and mentally there as well. And lastly, being comfortable with silence. You see, silence is not your enemy, it's your ally. It gives you time to think, to process, and to formulate your thoughts. It shows that you're not afraid to take your time, that you're not pressured to fill every second with noise. It shows that you're comfortable in your own thoughts and that you're not dependent on others for validation. With these tips in mind, you'll not only feel more self-assured, but you'll also come across as more confident to others. And remember, it's not about being perfect, but about being genuine, about being you. With self-assurance, you can command any conversation.